Hi guys, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko with another short video of a vintage pachinko machine. Today we're featuring a 1972 Nishijin Model A recycler with a full restoration done to it. Pretty cool center attraction. It's called the Frog. I don't know that I've ever seen one like that before. When the balls go in here, it'll open this tulip. Balls go in here, it'll open this tulip. Straight through opens the middle tulip. Pretty typical of the inner workings of a machine. So normally when I set the machines up, or if you buy feet from me, included are two of these, and this is just the package they come in, but these are floor levelers, furniture floor levelers, and all they are is a little soft plastic, soft rubber, whatever, little ramp, little wedge. And normally I put them on the front, and what that does, I put one on each of the feet, and what that does is it tips the machine back ever so slightly. And that's still, I still stand behind that. It's the way the machine should sit, just tip back ever so slightly. Now this particular machine, I was having trouble with it, with the functionality, the payouts, and what was supposed to happen, and so on and so forth. Because once I restore them, I do a lot of testing to them to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to, and it was giving me fits. and I finally realized when I looked at it that the lean of the machine, which should be back just a little bit, and this should look like it's leaning back, this is back to you a little bit, was magnified. It was leaning way back. So what was happening is when the jackpot releases, it drops balls into this white tray, and then they flow out. And what was happening is because the machine was leaning back so far, the balls wouldn't roll forward and out of the machine. They were staying in this tray, which was not allowing the whole cycle to complete. And the reason being is because this particular frame, I take these apart, separate each board so I can run them through a planer, joiner, sand them, and then give them a couple of coats of polyurethane. And when I put them all back together again, most of the time they square right back up. This particular one, when it got put back together and then put the feet on it, it leaned back. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it, and it causes it to lean back kind of naturally, if you will. And then when you combine it with the fact that I was trying to tip it to lean back, it was too much. So what I actually did is I put those little ramp levelers on the back side, which push the machine forward, but the end result is that the lean back is perfect now. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're setting up a machine, that you want them leaning back just a little, but not way back, especially with a Model A. Okay, so we're going to get this one ready to go. You'll get a 12-volt power supply that you plug in, and then you're going to take the other end, and it goes into the pigtail that's mounted on the machine. And when you do that, you'll see the ball out light will come on. That's the ball out light right there. That is driven by this leaf switch right here, and the action is this piece like this. So when this is down, it pushes the leaves together. When there's weight in this metal trough, it will push the white piece down and lift off of the leaf switch. When it also goes down, it interfaces over here with a rod that comes all the way down to here, and it will lift up on this piece right here. And when that piece lifts up, it interfaces out front with the ball handling mechanism, and it lifts that flag out of the way and allows a player to put balls on the launch ramp. So I just made a quick video and posted it to the Facebook Pachinko machine site about people who try to defeat the ball out light system by messing with that. I don't understand why they try to do that. Whether or not you can launch a ball is irrelevant to the fact that if there's not enough balls in the machine, you're not going to be able to win anyway. So everything kind of depends on everything else. So why defeat one at the expense of the other? I don't get it, but that's my 2 cents. So at any rate, we're going to load this thing up. And on a Model A, you want to make sure that there's a shut open symbol right here. And you want to push up on this into the shut position rather than down in the open position. When it's shut, it drops a couple of fingers down into this double track and stops the balls at the end of the jackpot. If I push down on that, the fingers go up and the balls continue down this metal chute and exit the machine. So that's how you do a ball dump on these. So you want to make sure that's up. And then just to make sure that you've done everything right, you're going to take a handful, drop them into the upper feed hopper. They'll go across into the turnaround, down and across and stop here because of the brass fingers that are down in there. So it did what we expected it to do. Now, the middle tray has to have a certain amount of balls in it before the machine will become functional. When it does have enough balls in it, this will lift up and keep balls from here from going down. But right now we need more. There. That just gave this system the minimum amount of balls necessary for it to be functional. And it stopped the flow. Now what'll happen is this is a recycler. Losing balls go in the drain hole, which is right here, and they're going to go back into this system. So it's occasionally, if a player is winning more than losing, I guess, that this will open and let more balls into the middle tray. And this will happen automatically. So you'll be playing along and all of a sudden you'll hear this clatter of balls. So now that the middle tray is got enough balls in it, that flow stops here. And then if we continue to put balls in, eventually you get enough weight on this piece to push it down. It lifts this up and allows the player to now launch a ball. It also turns the ball out light off. So if you have 500 balls, which you should, you're going to want 475 of them right here so that they can flow through and fill the system. All right. Once you've done that, the last thing you want to check is the seesaw. So this is the seesaw here. On some machines it's red plastic. On this one it happens to be white. And you want to make sure it's tipped this way rather than this way. Okay, you want the right end up rather than down. So when this tips down, there's a little metal arm here that pushes the leaf together and turns the jackpot light on. And then when it tips back, it'll turn the light off. But you want it tipped this way so that when a winning ball comes in, it gets captured within this plastic piece, rolls down this ramp into the seesaw. The seesaw will tip, turn the jackpot light on. It lets the ball drop down this chute. It hits this piece of white plastic, and it will kick this piece of white plastic over so that the little nub there that's caught is free. The weight of the ball will push the jackpot arm down. The paper clip, which is this piece right here, will hold the ball momentarily. In the meantime, the jackpot tips, lets the balls out the front, and then this comes back up like that and lets the whole system reset itself. Now this particular Model A has this chute here, and what that does is it lets the winning ball go back out to the player. Not all Model A's have that chute. So on some Model A's, the house keeps the winning ball. On this particular one, the player would get the winning ball back. Okay, so we're all set. We're ready to go. Now that you've done your duty as parlor owner, you now become the player. And the player now takes some pachinko balls, throws them in here. And if you look in the window, you can see them go down in and queue up. So you just push down and let go and launch a ball. Okay, so we got a win. The ball went down in here and went all the way through and opened this tulip. You notice the lights went on. 14 balls come out here as the win, and the actual ball that created the win is the only one that drops down here. So we have this tulip open. It's a little harder to get to than these tulips, but we'll try. So we got a ball went into this tulip, even though it was closed, it opened. You got a win, and then another ball went in and it closed, and you got a win. Now I noticed that 2 balls went in here, 1 went in here, and I only got 2 wins. I should have gotten 3. So this is a good time to swing this around and say, why did I not get that 3rd win? And I don't see anything that is not right. The seesaw is back where it belongs. There's not a ball stuck in here. I don't think a ball got stuck internally. Maybe I just missed the win. I don't know. So let's find out. Let's keep playing. No, put the seesaw back. Oh, there we go. All right, let's try this again. So that time, the 2 balls went down through. We got 2 wins, and then the clatter afterwards is simply the upper tray opening and letting more balls into the middle tray, because I did get more wins than losses during that round. Okay, so everything is, these are the winning balls down here. I had 5 wins over time. So this is, again, it's the 1972 Nishijin Model A. There's another win. There you go. Hope you like it.